Hi, Cassandra. Hi, Joe. Hi, Maria. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Laura.
Hey, sorry. Can you see me? Oh, hold on a second.
No camera yet. There you are.
Hi.
Hi, Jennifer. Good to see everybody. Joe Biba, I haven't seen you in forever. How have you been?
I've been good. How about yourself?
Doing good. Yeah, doing awesome. You're going to be here next week too, right?
I believe so.
You're going to be so sick of us?
What's that?
You'll be so sick of us.
Well, we'll see. I don't tire that easily.
It's good to see everybody. Welcome, welcome.
Good morning.
Hi, Jennifer. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm new here. Thanks for having me.
We're here to welcome you. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you. This is really fun. Thanks for the invite.
Oh, you're welcome. You're going to hopefully have a good time this hour.
Oh, I'm sure.
I try to make it lively, even though it's early for some of us.
It is early. I see there's one person missing there. It's early.
It's early. Well, Maria's in.
Good morning.
Good morning. She's in New Mexico. So what time is it there?
It's almost 6 o'clock.
There's dedication for you. Yeah, God bless. God bless. Yeah, that's awesome. We're going to have more people show up, so I'm just going to. We are recording, just so you know. So don't pick your nose.
Fix my hair.
Fix your hair, Cassandra. It's so good to see you, sweetie. Hi, Debbie. Good morning. So we're just going to entertain ourselves until all the crew arrives and get started on that. By the way, I know all of us are home, and I just will do my disclosure, which is I have pets, and the flowers you see behind me are some source of amusement for my kittens, and you may see them. So, hey, it's casual here at Virtual Networkers. It's all good. Good morning, Susan. Hey, Mary Beth. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good to see everybody.
I'm going to try a new light.
Light. I see the light.
I think am I pretty dark?
A little bit, but if you get a lamp maybe behind your computer or a selfie light, that might help. If not, don't worry about it.
I have that already.
It's already going.
Blast me as much as possible, and we'll see if that'll help.
It's all good. Don't worry about it. Some of us have better lighting than others. I'm blessed to have a window behind me, or in front.
Oh yeah, mine's on the side, and it seems to still. Maybe if I close the blind, actually.
I'll play around with it.
I'm having construction. I'm changing stuff, so.
You're fine.
Next week it'll be cute again.
Okay. We're disappointed. You're not cute, Cassandra.
I painted my house and stuff this week.
Oh, very cool.
Wow, congratulations.
Oh,
Exciting.
really
That's
fun.
exciting.
Yeah, next time I'm hiring someone.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Yes. I don't want to do any painting, that's for sure.
Just takes once, right?
Uh-huh.
Good morning to Margaret. Good morning, Susan Shelton. Good morning, Faye. And
Morning,
everybody else. Margaret Martin. Good morning, Margaret.
I am here.
She's here. She's covered the webcam. I wish y'all could see. Well, I don't know. You may. I call it the Brady Brunch grid going here.
Yeah.
Fill it up. That's exciting. Yeah. It's like, which one of you is Alice? I will tell you soon.
You know what's so funny? This morning I was just thinking, I was like, I wonder if any guys ever come on here. And then look,
Oh, yeah, look at Joe, our token boy.
man, so
As
great. How
usual,
about that?
the one guy in the room.
You'll have to play all the parts on the Brady Bunch, boys.
He'll be Greg and Peter.
Yes.
So get us kicked off. Thank you, Debbie, for starting us off. So for those of you who have not attended before, you know, when you're at a networking meeting, usually you do attendance. Well, here in Virtual Networkers, we do attendance through our chat box. So if you could find your chat box, which if it's on your computer should be at the bottom of your Zoom screen. And what we ask is that you put your first and last name in there as well as your email address. So what will happen is when this meeting is over, I will send you a link to today's replay. We are recording right now. And I also will send you a copy of the transcript. So if you want to connect with somebody, you maybe want to do a coffee date or you want to learn about a program, you will have that person's email address to follow up with. And I just want to welcome Dawn and Rosita. I'm so glad you made it. And Kristen, welcome, welcome, welcome. So again, first, last name, and email address. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Maria. Hi, Cassandra. Everybody's doing it. Yay!
I goofed up though.
Sorry, just put it in there. It'll go right underneath it. Just type it right now.
Oh, okay, good.
You're good. You're good. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We have a full agenda today, and our intention is to have everybody off at the top of the hour because I know it's Friday and we probably have other things we could be doing. But I'm excited to see you all here. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jill Celeste. I am the chapter president for this chapter of Virtual Networkers. There's actually another one, which I'll talk about in a little bit. And I'm here with Laura Shipman, who I will introduce in just a moment, who is the founder of Keep It Local, which is the big umbrella that we fall under, and she'll talk more about that as well. We have people here who are already members of our chapter. We have a person here who's a member of the other Virtual Networkers chapter, and we have a lot of guests, and so we're excited to get to meet you. So what we're going to do first on our agenda is just like any other networking meeting, we're going to do our elevator speeches. I ask that you keep it to 30 seconds or less because we got a lot of people in the room. And we have a lot on our agenda today. So because we are virtual, I do ask that you add in where you are calling or zooming in from, because this is not today. We don't have our Norwegian, but this is an international group. And so we just like to see where everybody is from. So I'm going to start with Alice. Who is the Alice? The Alice today is Mary Beth Decker. I get to go first.
I knew it. I don't know why I knew it, but I knew it. I look like Alice today to me. So I'm Mary Beth Decker, and I have an interesting ability to connect telepathically with your animals. Excuse me. And luckily, I don't have to use my voice. And so I do that because it really comes in handy when you're wondering why they're doing some things they do that you don't love. Or you're wondering how they're feeling, or you're wondering maybe is it the end of their life, or you need to tell them something. So if you know anyone or you'd like to connect to your animals, I can certainly help you do that. Mary Beth Decker with sacredgrove.com, and I am in Alexandria, Virginia.
Thank you, Mary Beth, for kicking us off. Another Virginiaite, Susan Rose.
Good morning, everyone. I am another Virginian. Well, I'm a Restonian, actually, is what I am. I live in Reston, Virginia, which is a little south of or east-west of Mary Beth, somewhere in Virginia. So my name is Susan Rose. I'm a copywriter and a copywriting mentor for small business owners, coaches, and other solopreneurs who want to learn how to write like a professional copywriters so that they can nurture relationships that they're building through their written communications and written content. So I help them sort that out and figure out the right messaging, the right place, when, where, what, and why of how to do content marketing.
Thank you, Susan. Susan is our member from the other Virtual Networkers group, and she comes and visits us every week, which we're excited to see her. And I'll talk more about that later, but I just wanted to point out that we have two chapters, and this is one of the luxuries of having two virtual chapters. You can visit both without ever leaving your house. Debbie Keevan, can you do the honors next?
Sure, and keeping with the theme of going north, I am Debbie Keevan of DeborahKeevan.com, and I am outside of Baltimore, Maryland. I am a writer, editor, and storyteller, and so I help entrepreneurs who are change makers really identify their why and share it in their blogs and in books, and get their messages out to their ideal clients. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you, Debbie. Debbie is one of our members. We're glad you're here. Next up is Jennifer.
Morning. Morning, everybody. Thanks again for having me. This is my first visit. And I am a social and digital media marketer, and I primarily help realtors. And, I work on a number of platforms for you. I help get your message out as well, and I'm developing and learning some new stuff about Facebook ads as well that can be really helpful to everybody. So,
Jennifer, tell us where you live.
Oh, pardon me. I'm near Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So I'm just a little bit north of there in Coral Springs.
Awesome. We are glad you're here. It's good to see you in person after our Instagramming.
Yes, absolutely.
Laura Shipman, I know you're going to do a spiel, but do you mind doing your introduction?
Yeah. Hey, everybody. My name's Laura Shipman. I'm the founder of Keep It Local. And I'll go into reasons why I founded Keep It Local and what we're all about. And I'm just glad to see everybody here today.
We're glad to have you, and tell us where you live.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I'm in Odessa, Florida, which is outside of Tampa.
Yay. The Floridian in the house.
Yes.
Hey, Florida.
Dawn, it's so good to see you. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Dawn Wirt, and I am joining this meeting from Oregon, so it's still dark here. And this is the best I could do for lighting. I hope you guys can see all right. Anyway, I am an intuitive, and I work with people who find themselves blocked as they're trying to achieve their goals. So I read the energy, I help you to see what's going on and to move past that, and I work over the telephone.
Awesome. Welcome. And thank you for joining us from Oregon, or it's like, what, 6 a.m. or something? 7? 5? Early bird award goes to Dawn, I think.
I'm thrilled to be here. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining us today. Cassandra, you're next.
Oh, hello. My name is Cassandra Marie. My business name is Surrounded by Energy, and I do energy healing for body, mind, and environment. And I like to specialize in energy facelifts, but I can do all kinds. So anyway, thank you.
And Cassandra, where are you based?
Oh, I'm in Clearwater, Florida.
You're another Floridian. Yay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Joe, we have a man among us, and it's Joe. We're so glad you're here. Joe, introduce yourself.
Good morning. Joe Biba. Wish I was from Florida, but instead I'm from Chile, Wisconsin, southwest Wisconsin. A lot of irons in the fire, but my latest one is blue collar coaching, helping those that are struggling to keep up their current financial obligations and life business balance. And my other next love is my nonprofit Creators Home.
Joe is the one that sent Debbie to Jamaica.
And she hated it.
She hated everything.
Yeah, right. Did she come back?
And she had to come back. I'm next in the grid, so as I already introduced myself, I'm Jill Celeste. In addition to being the chapter president for this Virtual Networkers, I'm the founder of the Celestial Circle, which is an affordable monthly marketing group for female entrepreneurs. We help each other learn marketing, improve our mindset. I root you on, I give you confidence, and I stretch you out of your comfort zone. This month we're doing Follow-Up Friday, and so far, let's see, one member already earned £1,700 in extra revenue from doing that, and a lot of other clients are getting more clients that way as well. So I'm excited to be here, and I live also near Tampa, Florida, and my dog is making noise. Maria, you're next.
Hi, I'm Maria O'Malley. I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and it's still dark here too, just like it is in Oregon. I am a spiritual psychic medium, and I also mentor intuitive arts practitioners, and that would be people like psychics, mediums, healers who want to gain confidence, enhance their practice, and they might already be professional or they may be considering going professional. My website's mariaomalley.com.
Forgot I muted myself. Thank you for being here. We're glad you're here. Susan Shelton, you're next.
Well, good morning, everybody. Susan Shelton. I'm a wellness coach. I take my my training as a health coach in the low glycemic field of eating and combine that with 10 practical years of on-the-job training in a gluten-free household and my expertise in nutritional supplements and skincare to help people live their very best life. I help people lose weight, feel great, and just understand the importance of nutritional supplementations. I'm from Alexandria, Virginia, also right down the street from Mary Beth.
It's good to have you here. Thank you, Susan Shelton.
Thank you.
Kelly Lutman's here. Welcome, Kelly.
Hello. I'm Kelly Lutman. I'm a certified health coach and functional medicine practitioner from outside of New Orleans. I work primarily with women who have spent a large part of their lives building a career or raising a family and forgotten how to take care of themselves. And now they're dealing with chronic disease or symptoms that are frustrating and for which their doctor says they will be on medication for the rest of their lives. But through functional medicine principles, we find out what the root issues are and provide the body what it needs to restore. And so we've reversed IBS. I had a client that had IBS for 53 years. Wow. And in 2 months, we resolved it.
Wow, good job, Kelly.
Just things like that. Stuff that's chronic that people think, I'm just going to deal with this forever. And they can feel free. I love showing people how good they can feel in their bodies.
Kelly, we're so glad you're here. Thank you, representing New Orleans. Faye, welcome, welcome.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. I am Faye Tarshis. Excuse me, and I have frogs this morning. I'm sorry. I live in Alpharetta, Georgia. Weather is beautiful one day and cold and rainy the next. I don't know, it's been a weird season. Anyway, here I am, and I own a business called Kathy's Cape. Kathy's Cape is a cape that I have created for those that are going through infusion therapies. And it's a fleece cape. See, with pockets on the outside and the inside, and it snaps in the back. So if you know somebody that's going through a chemotherapy, an infusion therapy, keep warm for any other reason other than that, and you would like to buy them a gift or treat them to something warm and fuzzy, the cape would be a perfect ideal. In a lot of cases, when somebody hears that somebody is going through something medically, the first thing they think of is run to the grocery store, buy everything, put the meal together, take it to them, and it goes in the freezer with the other meals that everybody has brought to them. The cape would be a different type of gift, one that would be continued to be used. Washable and dryable, it's made of fleece, so if there's a port, it's easily sliced, it doesn't fray, and it does the job. Faye Tarshis, Kathy's Cape.
Thank you, Faye. Thank you for having a demonstration, too. Faye. Margaret, you're next.
Good morning. I'm Margaret Martin, the author of The Chatter That Matters, Your Words Are Your Power. I work with people who want to transform that negative mind chatter and uncover their passions and attain their goals so they can live an abundant and fulfilling life. And in companies and organizations, I provide workshops that will build self-esteem and cohesive teams and reduce conflict. Sorry, practicing my new 30 seconds.
Oh, and don't forget to tell us where you're from.
Oh, delightful Dunedin, Florida, on the west coast of Tampa Bay.
We are glad you're here, Margaret. Your speech is great. Good job.
Thank you.
Rosita, so good to see you. You're next.
Here, I just unmuted. Hi, my name is Rosita Brennan. I'm actually from right outside of Philadelphia, and I am a feng shui consultant. I've been practicing the art of feng shui for over 25 years. What I do is I take the energy in your space and shift it so that you can attract more of what you want. I've helped women in their offices improve their businesses. I've helped mothers who are so upset about their children being bullied to, helping that child, become like embraced by the exact same child that bullied him. Find people, help people find new jobs. But mostly it's about creating that environment that fulfills you and really truly makes you a better person, enhances you. So again, it's Rosita Brennan, and I'm a feng shui consultant.
It's so good to see you, Rosita. Thank you for joining us today.
My pleasure.
Judy Fritz. It's good to see you, Judy. I know it's early for you. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, I'm just not a morning person. And when I'm in California, I can't do this. But good morning, everybody. I live in Maryland, and I'm Judy, and I run VIP Services. We're a virtual assistant team supporting entrepreneurs and providing the staff that you need and love to have.
We're glad you're here, Judy. Thank you for joining us today. Judy's one of our members. Yay! Speaking of member, Connie Jo Miller, you're next.
Hello, I'm Connie Jo Miller of Enigma Bookkeeping Solutions, and I live in the Atlanta area. But I serve coaches and other solopreneurs virtually by taking their bookkeeping tasks off their to-do list. I also act as a financial coach, so I help you when you're trying to make financial decisions about your business. I help you identify ways to save money in your business so that you can increase your bottom line. Connie Jo Miller, Enigma Bookkeeping Solutions.
We are so glad you're. Did you tell us where you're from?
Atlanta.
You did. Okay, sorry.
Yep.
I got you trained. Thanks. Cindy, it's so good to see you.
Hi, good morning, everybody. I'm Cindy Thaxton. I'm in New Jersey. I am a youth and family success coach. So I work with families and parents, mostly teens that are struggling with some of today's very, very serious challenges, I would say. I help the families get through these tough ways, coming out stronger and closer together as individuals, and then pull them all together as families and help them kind of bridge that gap between today's generations, which is a very large gap, I'm finding. So it's been very easy and rewarding. So I work virtually mostly, but also in person with local people.
Cindy, we're so glad you're here. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks. Nice to visit.
Judy Kane, you're next. And if you're not speaking, if you don't mind muting, because we're just getting a little bit of background noise. All right, Judy, go ahead.
And now my cat's going to speak up, so sorry.
Mine too.
My name's Judy Kane, and my business is called Aligned Consciousness. And I help people rewrite subconscious self-limiting beliefs. Now, these generally fall into three categories of things people want to be different. They either come to me for the big emotions that are keeping them from functioning fully, like phobias or trauma or grief or anxiety, or they come because they're not hitting goals that they have consciously set for themselves. So self-sabotaging behavior, different blocks that are happening to keep them from getting to those goals, or physical symptoms of stress. So I live in Tarpon Springs, which is just outside of Tampa, Florida. And so Judy Kane, Aligned Consciousness.
We're glad you're here, Judy. Thank you so much for being here. Kristen, you're next.
Okay. I'm Kristen Toscano. I'm in Western New York between Buffalo and Niagara Falls, so also up here in the cold.
Look at Mary Beth. She's like, yeah!
Yes. I am a health detective and functional health coach, so I also help mainly professional women kind of get to the root cause of fatigue, and so that they can get more energy, get off that cycle of fad diets and trial and error, and really figure out how they can have the most energy and lose the stubborn weight for confidence at work and at home.
We are glad you're here, Kristen. So nice to meet you. And the reason why Mary Beth was doing that, she's from Buffalo originally.
I used to live down in Annapolis, Maryland, so spent a lot of time down by all of you in Maryland and Virginia.
You took out that mid-Atlantic representation. That's awesome.
For sure.
Hi, Nancy. It's good to see you.
Hi, I'm Nancy Linneruth with unblockresults.com, and I am a procrastination coach and an EFT or tapping specialist, the one who makes you hit yourself. Right, exactly. And so I'm here in Seattle, so Judy and Dawn, I'm with you. I'm hoping I can speak as well as you did, because it's pretty early for me. But so people come to me when they know that there's something that's holding them back, and they usually don't know what it is. So I've helped people with things like fear of public speaking, or the drag of making cold calls that slows them down so much, or having money ceilings, and lately I've had a lot of people who just are having difficulty making decisions or even letting themselves know what they want. So procrastination shows up in all sorts of ways, but those are some of the things that are examples of that sort of thing.
Well,
Nancy Linneruth on blockresults.com.
We are glad you're here. Thank you for joining us from the Pacific Northwest with Oregon.
Washington, even norther.
I was thinking with Dawn from Oregon.
Oh, okay. Thank you, everyone.
We're glad you're here. Good morning, Annette.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
Okay,
Okay, so I'm Annette Carter. I am the social queen with socialimpactunlimited.com, and I help entrepreneurs consistently show up on social media and put it on autopilot while monetizing their social media platform.
Where do you live, Annette?
I'm in Waldorf, Maryland.
Oh, another Marylander. Woohoo! I'm glad you're here. We're so glad you're here. And I love your Zoom name. That kicks butt. I love it. That's the way to do it. Sally, are you there? Because you're not on camera.
Hey, I am. I'm sorry. I'm having a little difficulty with the camera and all the technology this morning. Can you hear me?
We can definitely hear you. Go ahead with your elevator speech.
Well, hi, good morning. My name is Sally Phillips-Rushing, and I certainly appreciate Faye and her tenacity. I represent my company, and our name is We Press Pause, meaning we just take a break when it comes to child custody. I'm an advocate for parents who are going through conflicts to try to navigate custody in a very different way that surrounds the children with love, helps the parents be able to create a custody plan that really does work for the children and be able to save them money. We start sometimes with families who are having this conflict and try to navigate through a really structured curriculum that helps them realize there's a very different way to approach this. So I'm glad to be here.
Sally, where do you live?
I'm in Roswell, Georgia.
Oh, Roswell. Fun. Well, we're glad you're here, Sally, and thank you so much for bringing up the rear on our elevator speeches. Just a reminder, if you joined us late or you haven't done so already, please open the chat box. Put your first, last name, and email address in there so that we can send you this replay link, and also you will get a copy of the transcript so that you can connect with everybody. While you were doing your elevator speeches, and Laura, you're up next, sweetie. I've been putting names in hats. This is my father's hat. My father is watching us from heaven. He's not here, but he's here. And I'm going to pull our first raffle prize, which is going to be a $20 Amazon gift card. Compliments of me, and you got to spend it on yourself. That's the rule. So the lucky recipient is Susan Shelton. Congratulations, Susan. I'll get that out
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So now I'm going to introduce Laura Shipman. Laura is, as I mentioned, the founder of Keep It Local. She had, do you have PowerPoint, right, Laura?
Yes, I do.
If you want to go ahead and do your little magic, and
sure.
pass the baton on to her.
All right, so let me just go ahead and get this shared. Can everybody see my screen? Are we good? Okay, just wanted to say welcome, and it's so great to see a full house today and everybody here. Virtual networking is just such a cool idea that was actually the brainchild of Jill. So big kudos for Jill for figuring this whole thing out for us. She was a member of Keep It Local years ago and found a need for a virtual aspect of Keep It Local. And I'd always thought about doing it, but didn't really know how to put it together. So Jill did a great job figuring that out, and she facilitates a fantastic meeting. So it's really exciting. Just like a little bit about Keep It Local so you understand where it is or what it is and why it's here. About 7 years ago, I moved to the town that I live in now, which is Odessa, and I didn't know anybody. I had a virtual, at the time I was a virtual assistant transitioning over into social media, and I needed a way to really get connected in my community. Anybody who works virtually understands it can be very isolating working at home alone, because it's either you, your dog, and your cat, or just me, myself, and I. And it's, there's no trips to the water cooler to catch up on gossip or TV shows, or there's no cube buddy that you can go out to lunch with. And so I needed to get out of the house, and I needed to get connected in my community and learn the community. So I thought networking was a great way to do it. I was heavily networked in the area I came from. And there are certain things, though, that I wanted to see happen when it came to networking. I wanted to meet other professionals, and I also wanted to learn something along the way, because I was just doing my business as a solopreneur. I didn't have a marketing department behind me to help me out. I didn't have any sort of training and development department there to help me with business or anything like that. So I put together this little group, and every week we had to come together and bring something of value to the group, and also learn about each other's business, but also refer each other business to people outside of the chapter. We have 15 chapters. 2 of them are virtual. So we have this chapter that we're in right now on the online space, but we also have another one for those of you who are struggling with the Western time zone. We have Jennifer Flynn, who she's out there in Colorado, and she meets at noon Eastern time. I forget their day now. Oh my gosh. Is that Monday or Tuesday, Jill?
It's Mondays.
Mondays. Okay, yeah. I lost it. Anyways, so there is an option for people who need help with the time zones there. So Jill is technically Virtual Networkers East, and Jen is Virtual Networkers West. So like I said, this is a solution to help businesses and entrepreneurs connect, network, and then get the business related education we need. See, it's still early for me, and I'm on East Coast time. I'm not a morning person at all. So why virtual networking? Well, we believe that we have a certain set of circumstances that maybe in real life businesses don't have. Maybe it's a different way of connecting with businesses that we need to take care of and bridge that gap. And I love the fact that we're from all over the world, because we do have Han, who's not here today. And it's a great way to expand your business. I think we have an easier way of expanding our business than maybe the people who do it in real life. We want to find people who are like-minded and who can connect on an entrepreneurial level, because that seems to be what a lot of us are doing here, is that we are entrepreneurial in nature. And I think that's a special sort of struggle. It's a way to, how do you network more efficiently in the online space? How do you generate sales? How do you generate leads? How do you connect, especially in the social media space? That's a huge thing. So what would be really great is to have a social media manager in this group, because I think that person could bring a lot to the whole collaboration efforts of this chapter. Oh, shoot. You know what? My little bar is blocking my text here. Okay. And then we do want to create a local community online. And keep it local, yes, we are pockets of professionals in a local community, but I believe that your local community can also be an online community of like-minded people where we can all gather together, share information, share leads, share referrals. So I think Jill agrees with me too. We want to create that community feeling within the online space. I think places like Facebook attempts to do it, but I think we could do a better job with our networkers. Just the warmth that Jill brings to the table is huge. She's very supportive and very encouraging. And I think that's such an important ingredient to have to an online community. So thank you, Jill, for doing such an amazing job. You're awesome at it. So as a member of Keep It Local, what can you expect? You can expect access to 2 Facebook groups that are only Keep It Local members. One of them is for all chapter members. You'll meet people from all over the state of Florida and the world, having the virtual networkers in there as well. And you can talk about your business there. You can promote your business there. You can share events there, whatever you would like to do. And we've got about, I'm trying to think how many members are in there. We have about 100 members in that Facebook group. And not all of our members are on Facebook. So that's why you'll see like a difference between our overall population or organization population and the people who are in that main corporate group. But we have about 100 members who are active in that group. Then you'll also have a separate group just for the virtual networkers. So that's an area where you guys can just collaborate. There is through Jill's group that she's got for her virtual networker chapters. We also have a calendar of events that you have access to. So if you have webinars coming up or any sort of an online maybe you're doing a Facebook Live or whatever, you can put that on our calendar of events and reach every member in the Keep It Local organization and let them know. I really encourage people to do that because it's another way to draw people to your events. Another benefit that you can take from Keep It Local is be a guest blog on our website. We have a website with a blog, and if you have some sort of nugget or value that you want to share with our population, I just really encourage you to do that. It's a great way for you to send traffic to your website. It's a great branding opportunity, and it's a great way of sharing your genius, whatever that might be, whatever space that you have genius in. We really encourage you to do that. A lot of businesses in the Keep It Local organization are growing, and so we have a job board. And if you need to post job openings, we welcome you to do that. We want to make sure that you guys have a successful business. We want to help you get there, or whatever that means for you for success. And some of that means growing your team. And if you're looking for people to help you, we would love to help you find those people and make use of our job board. One of the things that Sheila's not here, but we do have a chief marketing officer. Her name is Sheila, and she helps us market Keep It Local. She does a lot of media releases for us, and she's also brilliant. She has a lot of great ideas, and one of the things that we wanted to help our members visualize is understanding what it means to be a well-rounded member. And we came up with this wheel, and I'm going to go through it because I know the print's a little bit small. But here's what we recommend to get the most out of Keep It Local. We want you to attend meetings regularly, and our meetings are weekly at the same time and place that that we are here today. Schedule one-to-one meetings with members, and the virtual networking situation is a unique situation where we can do this easily through Zoom calls, and I love this. And every once in a while, Jill will do these one-to-one randomized meeting rooms. And I don't know if you want to pop in and explain that a little bit, what that looks like in meeting, how we kind of accomplish that.
Yeah, so I call them virtual coffee dates, and I use Zoom. I have a upgraded version of Zoom, which allows me to break you into breakout rooms, just like if you were in a conference. So what I do is I match you up with another member, and for 15 minutes you do a virtual coffee date, and then I switch it up, and you meet with another member and do another 15-minute coffee date. And these are really popular because sometimes it's hard to get coffee dates scheduled because of our own schedules, and we don't live near each other. Most of us don't live near each other. And so this gives you an opportunity to have a virtual coffee date with another member or a guest who happens to be attending that day.
Perfect. And those are a lot of fun. And I love how Jill does it. It's a randomized thing. So you never kind of know what you're going to get for the most part. It's like a box of chocolates. And it's a lot of fun. I've done that a couple of times and it was good. We invite all of our members to visit other chapters. So this is really kind of a cool thing. We have 2 chapters in the online world, but if you're local, like I know Judy Kane's local, and I know Margaret's local, Jill's local. Who else is local in Florida? I think that's
Cassandra.
It, right? Oh, Cassandra.
Yep.
So we have a bunch of other chapters that you can go and visit. And all you have to do is just show up, tell the chapter president you're visiting from the online chapter. And if you're traveling into Florida and you want to come and pop in, we recommend that you do so. This is your network to get to know, and you never know who you're going to meet. I mean, there's so many great members. All of our members are great in the Keep It Local family, and they're all very helpful, very warm. And I think you'll get a lot out of it if you visit an in real life chapter. And the same thing goes for those people who are members within the local communities. We invite them to come to the virtual network meetings too, because there's the virtual networking concept is an interesting one, because I have seen people do business faster with each other than I think I have in real life versions, which is just amazing. And I think because we are virtual workers and we're used to connecting and collaborating online, that know, like, and trust runway shortens up for us, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, shorter sales cycle.
So yeah, shorter sales cycle. And it's amazing. So I try to encourage as many people as possible to come from the in real life chapters to here, but I think they're think they might be intimidated by the technology a little bit. And Jill's made it really easy where all you literally need to do is click a link to get here. And it's just so convenient. Anyways, that's my little soapbox thing about why people should be here from the local chapters. The other thing is we have those Facebook groups that we want you to utilize that, because again, it's another great way to connect with the members in the Keep It Local organization. So make use of that. And then taking advantage of speaking opportunities. Within each chapter, every week we'll have a different featured presentation, and it's somebody from within the group or outside of the group. You can also speak at other chapters, and what this really helps you do is improve your public speaking efforts, really helps you present better if you take advantage of this, but it also helps people get to know your business on a deeper level. So take advantage of those speaking opportunities. Don't be shy about signing up for speaking dates. I know a lot of people do have fear of public speaking. I did at the beginning when I first started this, and I actually hated getting up in front of people and talking. But it really does help you in your professional life if you can take advantage of as many speaking opportunities as possible.
Okay, Laura, can I intervene for just a quick second on speaking?
Yeah.
So both my chapter and Jennifer Flynn chapter, who's the other virtual networkers, we're always looking for speakers. But I also believe, Debbie Keevan, aren't you speaking to a group virtually?
Yes.
I did.
You did? Do you mind just real quick telling us about that?
Yeah, so I had the president, I guess, of the West Palm chapter reach out, and they'd never done anything like this before. So we worked through the technology together, and it was really awesome.
So you've already done it?
Yeah, I did it on Tuesday morning, 8 a.m. Yeah.
Fantastic. That was the one. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jill.
Susan Sorensen. Yeah, Susan Sorensen. Yeah, they had me do. I guess she must have seen my Camino presentation or heard about it somewhere, but that's what they asked for. So yeah, it wasn't even about my business, but yeah, then they followed back up and asked me to talk about my business a little bit. But it was wonderful.
Fantastic. That's awesome.
Congratulations. That, Laura. So I just went, so even though you might live in another state, our chapters local chapters are becoming open to virtual speaking, meaning you come in through Zoom or some other technology, and you can do a guest presentation without having to drive to Florida, unless you want to come to Florida.
We would love you to.
I asked if they were going to fly me down.
And she said no. Oh, well. Anyway, sorry, Laura, I just wanted to interject that.
No, I'm glad you did that, because I forgot that happened, and that's a neat story. That's awesome. Congratulations, Debbie. That's cool. The other thing that we request people do is invite your sphere of influence or your referral partners, because what we want you to do is have a successful experience within Keep It Local. So if you are a member of a chapter at Keep It Local, we want to make sure that you're inviting, let's just use a social media manager for an example, because that's what I know best. So some of my referral partners would be that I would want to see, if I were part of this chapter, would be I'd want a search engine optimization person in there, because a lot of times those people come across clients who need social media, but the SEO guys don't really like to do it. Web designers is another one that I would make sure that's in there. Maybe a PR person would be a great person for me to have in there. A marketing coach would be a great person for me to have in a chapter. So what I would try and do is invite as many people like that into the chapter, so that I have this little referral world within the chapter. And if other people, whatever, maybe Debbie Keevan, for example, same thing. Maybe I don't know if she would look for authors, maybe coaches, whoever needs help with writing, things like that, and invite those people in there. And then suddenly, not only do you have a group of power partners within the chapter, but suddenly you have this really diverse chapter that you're meeting a ton of people, and you're learning a lot from different parts of professional business. And I think that's so cool. So you want to make sure you have a really diverse group of people in here. And again, use the Keep It Local calendar to promote your business. We call ourselves KILL. That's like our little acronym for Keep It Local. So use that to make sure, to make sure that you're getting your events out there and publicized in the world. We do get a lot of traffic on our website. I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, but I'm always amazed when I go in there and I'm like, where are these people coming from? Which is great. So we are being found on the website. And then again, I said, be a guest blogger on the Keep It Local website. Let us know what nuggets of information that we should know for our business. Like, again, the whole part of Keep It Local for me was the connection when I first built this, but it was also learning something along the way. I think that's really important. We all have our genius zone, and it's up to us to share that with the people that we do business with. So if you go through that entire wheel of things, you will really be a successful member within the Keep It Local space. And then let me go here. Okay, so why do we love virtual networking? I think it's the most convenient way to network, hands down. I mean, I think most of us are doing this from our own homes. Some of us are traveling. So you can be anywhere in the world and hop into this meeting every Friday at 8 a.m. I think that's so convenient and so easy. So it's like we said, where it's easy to show up. You don't have to drive anywhere. I mean, the longest commute time is probably 30 steps from your bedroom to your desk. I don't know. Maybe there's stairs involved, but it's still easy commute instead of getting into the car and coming to a meeting and then driving back. You don't have to purchase a lot of networking groups. You have to purchase a lunch or a breakfast, or you have a room fee or something like that. There's nothing like that here. So which is really nice. You just kind of bring your own coffee. If you want to have breakfast while you're online with us, that's great. It's too bad there wasn't like a share option where you could like share your croissant with us or something like that. And if you're making pancakes, my God. What I love most about doing virtual networking is the way that you share the presentations. No doubt when I'm in real life chapters and we're trying to hook up somebody's PowerPoint presentation who's not techie, it fails miserably. Here is a screen share. It's the easiest thing to do. You have your own technology. You know how it works. There's no projector you need to connect to. It's just super simple, and it looks really clean and professional when you do it. And then you get the copy of the meeting, which I think is brilliant. So if there's something that was there that you really wanted to hear again, it's almost like listening to a podcast. You can go back and re-listen to the presentation and learn. Or if you didn't quite catch what that person did in their 30-second commercial, you can go back and learn and see what's going on there. So I really like the copy of the meeting. I think that's cool. And I think that's it. So I'm going to exit my screen share so that if you guys have questions, I can answer them for you. Oh, now I can see the comments. Is there something about pajama bottoms, barefoot, and shorts?
I'm barefoot. I'll be the first one. So I'm going to do a quick drawing. This is for while you guys were thinking, this is for a free session with Judy Kane. This is a Psych K facilitation. You get to overcome a block, and it works.
It's so cool. She did it with me not too long ago.
Who's going to be a lucky recipient of Judy's generosity? Debbie. Oh, because she was manifesting that, I believe. So Judy Kane, will you connect with Ms. Debbie on that? That'd be awesome. Thank you. While you're thinking of questions, I just want to jump in real quick because we have a couple members, ironically, the two women I just mentioned, Judy Kane and Debbie. I can just have you unmute yourselves real quick. I wanted to talk, because we could talk about membership benefits and we could talk about how awesome it is to be barefooted. But what we're here to do is attract clients to our business, right? We're here to grow our businesses. And what I want you to understand is that Virtual Networkers is, I call it the loving referral machine. We are constantly referring people, effective referrals to each other. So Judy and Debbie, are you unmuted? Yeah. So Debbie, real quick, have you gotten referrals from Virtual Networkers?
Not only have I gotten referrals, I've gotten really thoughtful, really strong referrals. You can get referrals like where you're passing the pieces of paper back and forth, but the difference is there's something really magical about this group that and the group in Denver, that they really deeply understand who we are and what we do, and so the level of referral is just incredible.
Yeah,
lots of business.
How about you, Judy?
Yeah, absolutely. So you know me, I always do the numbers stuff. So I looked at the last 6 months of some of the things that I track anyway. Now I'm in 6 different networking groups. They're not all weekly, but 6 different groups. And I offer like free consults for people who want to know more about what I do. And then I have one-to-ones with people, and obviously I have clients. 60% of the calls, the consults that I've done have been related somehow to Keep It Local. 37% of the one-to-ones I've had have been with Keep It Local people. And 29% of my clients have been directly or indirectly from Keep It Local referrals. So yeah, it's just a nice place to be. People are fun. I enjoy this group a lot.
And what Laura didn't mention, but I will, is that we are not, I'm just going to say it, we're not BNI. We are a weekly group. We are seat specific, but we are not regimented as strictly as BNI. And we're also more affordable. And I think Debbie and Judy, did you recoup your investment?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like 1/4 of one client.
So our annual membership is only $175 for the year, but we are offering a promo code between now and Sunday, this Sunday the 17th. I don't mess around, man. Like, you're gonna join us, come join us. You can save 10% off your membership fee, so that brings it down to something $17.50 off. I'll let math people figure that out. It's a great rate. In the chat box, and I'll type it one more time, there's the link that you can go to join, and you want to use virtual 10 with a capital V for the promo code that will reduce your membership. And in addition to the financial incentive, you get 2 bonuses if you decide to join. One of which is from Laura Shipman, and this is probably one of the most generous bonuses I've ever, in my years, have ever done. So what you may not know is Laura is a social media manager, and just a fun and just amazing social media prowess. And what she will do is she will audit all of your social media and give you suggestions. Laura, do you want to talk a little bit more about that? This is the gift you get, and anybody who joins us. Go ahead, Laura.
Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll hop on a Zoom call like this, and I'll go over your digital footprint, and we'll take a look at what your social media looks like, where you can make improvements, how you can grow it, and then also maybe some other ideas on how to generate some traffic going to wherever you need it to go. And you can ask me any questions. It's a pick your brain kind of scenario as well. So whatever questions you might have about social media or how to automate it a little bit better, I'm happy to go through that with you as well. Because I know for some people who aren't in the middle of social media, it can be confusing and overwhelming, and it doesn't have to. So happy to do that for you too.
Thank you, Laura. That's a good gift.
Just going back to what you were saying about, oh, there's a cat. It's because Mary Beth is here. I've got a dog under my feet because Mary Beth is here. I just, we do keep the membership low. I maybe have raised the price like 2 years ago, and I don't have any intentions to do that, because my heart is to really make sure that you guys are successful and that you guys get the leads and the referrals and the education. I think that's what makes us different, is the education that we bring here. And if you haven't been on the Keep It Local blog, go in there and check it out, because there's resources. There are great articles in there. There's also a resource page where you can download all sorts of different things, templates, whatever you need to help you with your business. So go take a look at that as well.
Hold on, just as I'm getting a question from the chat, so hold on just a second.
Okay.
Laura also is, I just want to clarify. So Laura she is a social media manager, but she does not hold a seat in our group. She's the founder of Keep It Local, and I'm sorry about that. She's the founder of Keep It Local, and so she does not hold a seat. So just to clarify, because I know we have some social media people on here as well.
Exactly.
So in addition to Laura's gift, you also will be gifted a 30-day free access to my group, which is the Celestial Circle. Many of you are already in the Celestial Circle. This is a loving group. We do a lot of coaching and a lot of teaching and a lot of encouraging, and so it fits in a lot with what you all have for business. And I won't go on too much about that, but that's another gift. So you get 10% off your annual membership. You get the free social media audit / love from Laura, and you get 30 days access to the Celestial Circle if you sign up between now and Sunday. And the link again is in the chat box. So I'm going to open the floor up for any questions that you may have. And hi, Maurice. Maurice is here, is visiting from India. So there we go, international. Woo! She doesn't live there, but she's on vacation.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's the virtual world is awesome. So any questions from our visitors? Margaret, you have a question?
No, I have a comment, if I may.
Yes, you may, of course.
I joined through an invitation like this back in August, I think, and it was so valuable to have Laura go through my social media and have that conversation. I enjoyed my free month of Celestial Circle so much, I ended up joining it. And one of the other things I really love about this is the fact, yes, I can bring my own coffee and only have to walk a few steps, but also like the fact there are no required referrals. And I think that's can be a challenge for some of us who are entrepreneurs and in different areas. So just wanted to throw that out there. Thank you.
That's a great comment.
Yeah, I'm glad you. Oh,
go ahead, Laura.
I was gonna say I'm glad you brought that up, because that's one thing I don't believe in is required referrals, because I never want to see anybody passing bogus referrals or referrals just because they have to, because I don't think that serves anybody. So that's something else that I just wanted to make clear, that we will never see something like that happen.
Yeah, I'm all about authentic marketing. And for those of you who don't know me, that's all I teach. And I believe if not, we need authentic referrals. I would hate for me to receive a referral just because I need to fill a quota for the month. That's not how I operate. So that's why we're getting such valuable referrals. A couple questions. So this is seat specific group. So if you have a duplicate industry here, we do try to get creative, but also there are seats available in the same industries in the other chapter, and the incentives will work for that chapter as well. So if you're interested, just go ahead and fill out the form. And if there's a duplication, I will get back in touch with you, or Laura and I will get time, and we'll work it out. And if it doesn't work out, we'll refund you your money, whatever. We will work it out. Don't let that hang you up. We will find a spot for you in some way, shape, or form, because we want to give you referrals. And yeah, go ahead, Laura.
Yeah, I just want to say that if there is, I'm going to use the real estate seat as an example, because that happens a lot in real life chapters, but it's a good example. If you have two real estate agents that come to the meeting, maybe one of them specializes in commercial versus residential. So we will have both real estate agents in the meeting, but they'll hold different seats within their industry, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Or maybe they service different parts of town as well. So like Jill said, we can get really creative. Don't let that hang you up.
Again, like for the social media girls, one of you we might say, hey, can you just be the Instagram expert for our group? Or can you be the Facebook expert for the group, Facebook ad expert? We can, we will give you referrals, and you may end up getting other kind of referrals too. We just don't want 17 marketing coaches in a group, right? I mean, that's not going to be helpful to any 17 of us. So hopefully that clarifies that as well. If you're interested in joining us and you want to join the other chapter, you can absolutely do that as well. You can go visit them first if you'd like. Jennifer runs they're a little different. Our personalities are a little different, but she still runs a great meeting there for that as well. So what other questions? So feel free to unmute yourself if you want to talk. So Connie Jo, go ahead.
I just wanted to encourage anyone who's on the fence to join this group, because I'm not a morning person at all. I've been in the group about a year, and I think I've missed one meeting, which is really very remarkable. I hate mornings, but every time I come, I'm happy I went. I'm happy I'm here. I have gotten clients through this group. So if you're on the fence, just jump on over, because we'd love to have more people. It's more fun. The more the merrier.
That's absolutely right. Thank you, Connie Jo. Faye, you had your hand up too.
It's actually going to piggyback onto Connie Jo. I'm here because of Connie Jo and the encouragement that she gave me to join this group and to come visit. So not only have I gotten referrals, this support you get from this group, sometimes you're not looking for a referral, you're looking for somebody to lift you up. As Laura said, sometimes you're by yourself And you kind of like say, should I do this or shouldn't I do that? And you always like your own answers. That doesn't make them right. It's true. So last week I put a question out there, and I've gotten, through the meeting, I got some really good ideas and suggestions. I have not completely acted on most of them, but I've mulled them over to see the best way to move forward, but I never would have thought of a couple of them if it hadn't been for this group. So this group, and this isn't a love fest, this is all factual. This group is good to lift you up and support you and encourage you when you may be feeling a little bit, maybe I shouldn't do this anymore. So I just wanted to say that I love starting my Fridays with you guys.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. I didn't pay these people these testimonies, by the way. I didn't slip them a 20. Larice has her hand raised. She's the one. You can tell Larice is an expert Zoomer here. I'm gonna lower your hand, Larice, and go ahead and go ahead. It's good to see you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi. Great. Hi, everyone. I'm calling from Pune, India, and I'm really glad to be here. I was a member of BNI for 3 years, and I'm very interested in this group. I'm now a member of a women's networking group, and there was so much competition in BNI for achieving statistics, and they were constantly holding us up to that. I worked so hard. Like, it was actually exhausting. I didn't realize how exhausted I'd gotten from it because I'm very competitive, and I don't really want to be in that kind of environment. So what I find, and one time I had the highest number of referrals, but the way I do it is intuitively. When I'm meeting with someone, it's just like all of a sudden I'll get a spark. Oh, this person would be great for you. And then kind of that human connection kind of thing. And it just like happens. And if I just let it fall from the sky, the referrals just come. So I just wanted to share that the universe or God or the sparking between us can happen when we're just meeting together and having a good time. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I got to introduce you to so-and-so, and so-and-so has been talking to me about needing this, and it just happens naturally. Thanks.
Oh, Larice, that was awesome. Thank you so much for that. That's exactly how it is with us. Yeah, let me do one drawing. Well, Judy Kane, go ahead. And I'm going to do a drawing.
You do the drawing. I just wanted to add that, everybody in the group that is in this one and in the other virtual one, there's such generosity of spirit. If everybody wants everybody else to succeed. Absolutely. So to your point of the competition, Larice, and it's just, that's not the feel of this group. I've gotten some really valuable information and advice that was freely given because people want to help you do well.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Well, I may do the prize was a copy of Shine, which is a book that
very cool.
Debbie Keevan edited and was in. Anybody else in Shine?
Mary Beth.
Mary Beth. I knew there was another. Susan, were you in it? No. Yeah, no. Anyway, the lucky winner is Jennifer. Yay! So Jennifer, wave your hand, Jennifer. Jennifer, Instagram guru. Jennifer, I know you'll love this book, and I know you'll love meeting Debbie. So hopefully you two will connect. Debbie, do you mind reaching out to Jennifer and coordinating that?
Good. Yeah. Can I add a comment to?
Yes, absolutely.
Judy. I know we're running out of time, but I want to just say, even when we have competition in the other group, like Susan and I, we operate in the same space, and how she's here often in our meetings. She actually reached out to me and said, do you mind? And I'm like, no, because you know what? And this is my response to her, is there are 7 billion people in the world, and she and I alone cannot handle everybody. And so there's people who are energetically drawn to her. There are people that are energetically drawn to me, just the same as everyone in our group. And Margaret is not dissimilar as well. So it's actually a really loving and thoughtful group of people, all the way around in every way.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's just one quick thing.
Yeah, Laura.
Because we were talking about, I forget who said it. Was it Margaret or Judy? I forget. But somebody was talking about how they received information that was really quite helpful, and they didn't realize that they needed it. You do, I call it What's Your Problem in my chapter, but you do was it a mastermind or something?
Yes.
Where, explain that, because this is where the education kind of comes in too.
Yeah, so sometimes we don't have a speaker. We have a speaker 3 times a month, and then we have a non-speaker meeting, because sometimes we need a break. I'm just keeping it real. So we will do virtual coffee dates, or we'll do a business mastermind. And I get Dad's hat out again. If whoever is in the meeting that day, I put the name in the hat, I pull the name, and you get to ask the group a question. And so just from our main membership, before anybody joins today, we have me, who's a marketing coach. We've got Margaret, who's a career transition coach, life coach, LinkedIn expert, Debbie, writing coach, Susan's often here, Susan Rose, another writing coach, Mary Beth, animal communicator, Judy can tell you how to break a block in no time flat, Connie Jo with the numbers, Faye, who's just loving and generous and shares her experiences. We got a lot of brain power is what I'm trying to say. And we will fix or find the solution for whatever is bothering you or stopping you, like Faye did last week. It wasn't a mastermind, but she had something on her mind, and we all troubleshooted and got that answer for her. And we just are here to support each other 100% for sure. So that's another thing we do. We also have just member meeting. That's actually what we'll be doing next March. For our non-speakers, we're going to just have a meeting with just all the members, new members and everybody, and just circle the wagons. And just so you know, I run my group so that I don't find speakers, the members find the speakers, which is awesome, because then you get into, because I tapped out my network, but Debbie has her own network, and Mary Beth has her own network, and Connie Jo has her own network, and you get to meet new people because they're coming in from other these extended networks, and some folks join us. And next week, Joe, who's here, Joe Biba, is our speaker. So I'm glad he came to check us out first so we don't scare him off. I hope we didn't scare you off, Joe. And he's going to come back next week and talk to us. So, this is just, again, because though I've known Joe, he's really from Debbie's network. And so we get to meet him and maximize referrals that way as well. So I know we're at the top of the hour. I want to just ask if anybody has any questions, anything else that we can help you with. Any questions from our guests? Has it been clear? Yeah. Cassandra, go ahead.
So when I become a member, do I get a list of everybody and like their email address and what they do and what part of town they're in, so I can communicate with them?
Absolutely. We have a very robust online directory.
Oh,
and when you're a member, you get a little login, and you can go in there and you can see who is where and what they do. And of course, it depends on if they filled out everything in there. Laura and I, we kind of hit them on that, but you will actually get that. And then from the virtual network space, you always get the transcript, which because you've been to it with a meeting for us. And you get a name tag, my dear. Everyone gets a name tag. So you can wear it, especially if you're local, you can wear it to a local meeting, or you can wear it wherever you want. If you need a name tag, you got one. It'll come to you in the mail.
And
that's worth joining right there. Come on, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. And I do want to tell everyone too, this is only my second meeting, but from the first day, I mean, the love and everyone's just so awesome. And we did the speaker wasn't there, and we did the thing where, everyone asked a question and I got to ask a question, and it was just so great, and so anyway, so many blessings to this group.
Thank you. We're so glad. We're so glad you're here. Well, I know some of you have to hop off. I'm going to keep us on for announcements. If you have to go, I completely understand. I want to show you how we do the meetings. We start with elevator speeches. We move to the presentation, which is kind of like Laura. And then we always conclude with announcements. So announcements is your chance to share what you're promoting, what kind of referral you're looking for, a shout out. You may use the chat box to drop links. So if there's a landing page or an email address or a Facebook page, you drop the link right in there. Again, everybody gets it through the replay link. And I'm just going to do a real quick round just so you all can see it. And this is where we really get some major referrals. So Debbie Keevan, anything to announce today? That unmute button is
I was looking for a link. I have my free gift, How to Stop Stressing Over Your Next Blog Post. I'll find the link and stick it in the chat box. If you know of anyone who is a business owner who really wants to blog effectively and even use their blogs to take it to a book eventually, I'm your gal, and I'll put that free resource in the chat box. So thank you.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you very much. Judy Fritz, any announcements?
Yep, I'll just let you all know that our recent newsletter just came out, and it has a list of live events. Some are virtual that you can attend that just are really helpful for business owners. So I'll put a link in there if you want to get on the mailing list and get that list of events.
Thank you, Judy. That sounds awesome. Great resource. Connie Joe.
I'm looking for referrals to people who are overwhelmed in their business with their bookkeeping needs. If you know anyone who is stressed out because it's tax time and they haven't done their books yet, or if they're just at a point in their business where they're just ready to hand something off, please send them my way.
Thank you. Yes, tax season is upon us. Judy Kane. Did I just make that face? I'm sorry. Judy Kane.
Yes. So I frequently work with coaches who send me their clients. So I'm always looking for introductions to other coaches. They send clients to me for an hour to help get rid of the blocks, and then they go back to the coach because I don't do behaviors, I don't do accountability, I just do beliefs.
Yes. She won't steal your client, in other words. She'll send it back to you in a better position. Margaret.
Thank you. So if you wanted to get started up for yourself on transforming that negative mind chatter, the chatter that matters, your words are your power, is your resource. You can find it at margaretmartin.com for $8.99.
Thank you, Margaret. Faye.
Sorry about that. I was writing down margaretmartin.com so I can share it later. I have been asking for boutique names, people that you think may be interested in supporting the Capes and what they stand for. And I just keep putting it out there and putting it out there. And this week, out of the blue, I had somebody have a special request for a particular print, and they were very specific about it. I'll do it. And if that's what they wanted and that's what they needed, and I know that it's going to make them happy. So it's been a busy, hectic week all around, but that made my week that word traveled.
Yes, you're getting out there, Faye. You know, anyone who's doing infusion therapy, dialysis, and needs to be kept warm, please see Faye. Mary Beth. I think you're still muted, Mary Beth.
Good morning. I'm teaching another UConnect class where I teach people to connect to the animals in the family and to do what I do with their own animals. So I'm just jumping right in there, but I'll give you the link to it. And through that link, you can see my website. And if you want to talk to me about it, I'd love to hear.
It's really cool. I'm doing it this
UConnect is awesome. See the referrals? We're like, hi. Susan Rose.
Hi, so I have just developed a download for any small business owner who's like really confused about what the best piece of content is for what they want to do. So it's all about what to create, when to create it, and where to publish it, because it's not a one-size-fits-all answer for that. So I've got a nice little chart that you can download. That it will
awesome.
Tell you. Well, it's not really a chart, it's 5 pages, but it's
page chart. That's still much easier. Visual person like me, I love it. That's awesome. Laura, any announcements?
I just have a Canva class in the Tampa Bay area. If anybody's interested in upping their Canva game, come to my little class. I'll put the link over here in the chat box. So,
Laura, I hope you extend that to a virtual one day.
I am going to.
Awesome. I think a lot of us love that. I mean, I'm local to you, but
yeah, no, I'm going to do a virtual version.
Yeah, that's awesome. Jennifer is our newest member of Keep It Local Virtual Networkers. Jennifer,
I can't believe. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Great. I can't believe I'm the only Jennifer in here. It's really unusual. We're filled with Jennies and Jennifers, and so that's great. That's exciting alone. But thank you again for having me. I don't really have any announcements. I'm hoping you'll allow me to come in here, even though I'm another social media marketer. I am a little bit newer to the industry, so I am focused more on realtors, like Laura was talking about earlier. And I'm really looking forward to practicing. I need more, this. So I appreciate that, and I'll see you next week. Thank you.
Oh, it's so exciting. I'm so excited. I'll do my next. My announcement is just to thank you all for being here. And I'm just so tickled. And I hope you all will join. If you don't feel like, well, I need to, check you out some more, you can visit up to 3 times my chapter or Jennifer's. So if you just, you'll lose out on the little incentive, but, I want you to make the decision that feels right to you. So if you feel like, I just need to feel a group a little bit more, please come back. That's, we'll be welcome to join it. So now for our guests, do any of our guests have an announcement that they'd like to share? I see Rosita, and then I see Susan Shelton. Rosita, go first.
Okay, so one of the things that I do is I provide free feng shui to children. So if anybody knows a child who is, I don't like to use the word suffering, but I haven't come up with a word that's better than that yet. So if they're being bullied, if they're in a transitional, environment where, like a divorce or something, trauma, like a death in the family, any child who's, in the LGBTQ community, that, especially those who, because they really need their own bedroom to be an environment that nurtures their spirit and their soul. Mm-hmm. So those I do for free. That's my gift. So, I've got other things that are going on, but that's one thing that I like to share wherever I go or wherever I speak, because to me, that's something that, I want to put out there to always be in my way, praying for kids and hoping that they have the, what I can do to create an environment for them to thrive.
Oh, Rosita, that is so gorgeous. Thank you for sharing that. We'll definitely keep that in mind. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Susan Shelton, follow that.
That will be difficult. But I do align with a science-based company that produces nutritional supplements and skincare. Our focus this month is all about heart health. And the company is running a special starting today and going through the week, where if you buy their Heart Smart bundle, you get a free coenzyme Q10, which is very important for the heart. So I just wanted to put that out there. If you know anybody that is very interested in taking care of their heart, this is good. I put in the chat box to contact me because I can't figure out how to put the link in there. Kind of new to this technology stuff.
All right. You did it.
But anyway, just get in touch with me.
Thank you, Susan. That is awesome. I got some more people with their hand raised, so I'm just going to, I got 2 participants with their hand raised. So Larice, then Nancy.
Hi, everyone. I have a couple of classes starting in March. You can go to lariseweststudios.com, and I'll put that in there. One is called Powerful Presentations, and that's public speaking skills. And another one is called Reach Your Ideal Clients, and it's to help you develop your signature talk and get it ready and help you sell from the stage in a very nonchalant way so that it's very effective. You're giving, and then you got 2 sentences of an offer. And they'll start the first week of March. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Larissa. We're so glad you're here. Nancy, and then Sally.
Hi. So I have given a free 1-hour tapping session with myself to another group, to whoever wanted to take me up on that, just as an introduction to tapping. And I decided, why don't I offer to this group too? You can use it on anything you want, except I can't do like a mental health issue, depression or anxiety or phobia or something like that. But anything that's getting in your way, try tapping. See what it's like. If you've never tried it before, it's eye-opening.
Awesome.
I'll put my email in the link, and you just send me an email.
That sounds awesome. Thank you, Nancy. Sally, go ahead. You're muted, by the way, Sally.
I see that. I'm sorry. I'll have myself together for the video portion of it by the next.
That's no problem.
Thank you. So the exciting thing is that I have connected with the Georgia State University School of Public Policy. So one of the things that drives our work is public policy and the way custody is managed. So we're getting ready to publish our first survey to collect some data and research to try to make some changes in families. So I'd love to be able to use, part of any good survey means that you test it first. So if anybody's willing to be our guinea pig and give us feedback through that process, I'd certainly appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, Sally, thank you. And you put the link in already, didn't you?
I put it in for the Facebook space. Our website's being updated right now, so it's a little wonky, so I don't want to do that. But when we have the landing page with the survey, I'll get that out.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for that.
Thank
So we got more hands raised. Let's do Dawn, and then we'll do Kelly.
Okay, I think I'm unmuted. Hi. Yeah. So if anybody's interested in talking to me further about what I do as an intuitive, what kind of issues I work with, or if you have any questions about how I work, I'll go ahead and put my email in the chat box again, and you are free to message me and we can have a conversation.
And she is awesome. I have worked with Dawn. She's amazing.
Thank you, Judy. And I've worked with Judy too. Judy is also equally amazing and awesome.
That's awesome. Thank you. I love testimonials like that. Well, and here, speaking of awesome, is Kelly Lutman. Kelly.
Thank you, Jill. I am a best-selling author of From Diet to Edit. This is the compilation of the foundational content that I offer my clients, and then we build individually based on their needs. And Jill was a big supporter of me as I wrote this book. The concept is, if you take, nobody likes diets, right? Diet is a 4-letter word, yuck. And I don't believe they work because you finish that diet period and you go right back to what you did before, which brings you right back to where you got before. So if you take that E out of diet and you put it at the front of the word, you actually get the word edit. And I teach you 12 different edits in the book to change the way you're eating, to improve the way your body receives the nutrition, and to shift the choices you're making in the food so that you have better nutritional profile. And that's available at FromDietToEdit.com, either as an ebook or a print book like this. But I also will put my email in if you have some chronic issues, if you're having some challenges and symptoms that are just, you're tired of taking the medications to squelch them. You're welcome to reach out to me and we can get on the phone and see how I might be able to help you.
And her book is awesome, by the way. Not that I'm biased, but anyway, thank you for that. And Nat, you put something in the chat box, but I wanted to just give you a moment to talk. Are you muted?
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead, sweetie.
Oh, yeah, I was just saying that I'm offering free consultations to anyone who need some help with their social media. So Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest. If you need help with it, just reach out to me. I'm offering a free consultation.
Awesome. Thank you, Annette. That's awesome. Good job. Anybody else have any other, who's that, Cassandra? Yep, go ahead, Cassandra.
Hi, and I also would like to offer a 30-minute, or just call me if you want to know about what I do, how I can help you, what's going on, how I can help you clear that old dirty energy, blockages, you have chronic pain, chronic fatigue, chronic stress, lighten the energy in your home, bring in more abundance, or even, like I said, energy facelift. So yeah, if you would like to know, if you'd like to know more about what I do, please, my email is in there and please reach out. Thank you.
It's magic.
Is it better than Botox?
Well, and I do want to shout out really quick to my first time on here. I, was having problems with my cat and I called Mary Beth immediately, and boy, I mean, amazing. And then a session with Judy, that's how I got onto this. And so these two ladies are just amazing. So,
see, referrals happen.
It's so great. Yes. So thank you.
Joe, do you have anything for us? Is it okay if you don't?
No, I would just throw out we're trying to grow awareness from the nonprofit creatorshope.org. So if anybody's willing to go on, I put our website in the chat box.
Absolutely.
Check out our Facebook page, and we'd love any support we can get.
Oh, absolutely. Please do. Absolutely. Maria, anything from your neck of the woods? I think you're muted, sweetie. We can't read lips.
Sorry. I'm starting an online Divine Connection Circle in March. And that's for people who would like to connect with like-minded people who are intuitives, psychics, mediums, healers. And we'll practice. We'll have activations to increase our energy and connection to source energy, and share things that go on with intuitive arts practitioners that are particular to what we do. So that'll be starting in March. I don't have a specific date yet, but
okay.
You can connect with me through mariomalley.com.
Perfect. That sounds like an awesome course. A lot of people in here fit that bill, it's for sure. So I think we got everybody. I want to thank you all for staying longer. I know we were supposed to end at 9, but there were so many wonderful goodness nuggets here, and I wanted to honor it. So thank you. We do normally go an hour, only though. I think note for the future open house is 90 minutes. I think I'll make that a process improvement for the future. But for now, thank you all so much for joining us. Remember to look for my email and have all the zipped up, your transcripts, so you can reach out. Come next Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern. Mr. Joe will be here to give us his presentation. Make sure to join by Sunday to get all your incentives. Let me know if you have any questions. We did it!
Thank you.
Thank
Have a nice weekend, everybody.
Have a great weekend.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.